NSE.
Welcome back. You're with us here on Market Check, and things are looking still very, very strong. Easy 2% plus on the Nifty and the Sensex, and what a day it's turned out to be so far. I think around 8:35 or so this morning, the Reserve Bank of India announced that it's cutting repo rates by 25 basis points immediately, effective immediately. And the SGX reacted positively. The pre-open was super, and of course, market opening was super strong. We sold off a little bit after that, but now we're almost back at the day's high on the Nifty and many stocks as well. And now the thing is, it's much more broad-based gains. It's not just limited to banks. If you look at the Nifty, it's banks, real estate stocks, power stocks, capital goods stocks, even, a couple of metal and mining stocks which are participating very well if you look at the Nifty 50. You just have, I think, about 2 or 3 names which are down on the Nifty. Actually, 2 names. Lever, but Lever has done some 21% over the last 7-8 trading sessions. So that's actually off 0.5%. Tech Mahindra is up about is down about 0.25%, 2,785. Gale is kind of flat. Asian Paints and Infosys are the other names. Sun Pharma, some of the other names which are lower. Not all are lower, but they're not really participating in the up move at this stage. Mr. Rajesh Aggarwal is Managing Director with Insecticides India Limited. He's with us he's joining us right now from Delhi. Mr. Aggarwal, thanks very much for your time. Great to have you with us here. I've got an article here which basically quotes you saying that you are now diversifying into exports in a big way, and you're eyeing about 20% of your turnover from exports in about 3 years' time. Can you confirm this? Can you tell us what is your revenue composition right now? Is all your revenue locally coming from domestic market? And if so, why are you looking at exports in a big way?
Actually, exports is equally a big business like the domestic market for India. If we look at the agrochemical market in India today, it is 15,000 crores worth of domestic market, and export is 15,000 crores, where our share is almost zero. Like my total contribution from international market is less than 1%. So this had been a weakness of Insecticides India, that we were not entering into the exports market in a big way, but we were registering in certain countries, and now we have set up our export department actually, who is working with certain companies of the world basically, where we are trying to tie up to meet their international requirements. Apart from that, we are also looking for certain markets where we can register our products and enter into those markets aggressively. So we are now working to sign up certain contracts, and once these contracts are in place, definitely we should be able to achieve good sales from the international markets actually.
Right. I was speaking to a company which is listed in the capital markets recently, Sharda Cropchem. This is a few months back. And they basically are in the same business, but they source almost all of their material from China, and then they actually sell it in Europe. Europe is the largest market for them. They're more of a trading company. They don't manufacture anything. Okay. But what they were saying is that Europe is an extremely tough market, and that's that's the USP. Getting approvals takes a lot of time. You've got to invest a fair bit in the back end testing, etc. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of products are you interested at in exporting? Which markets are you looking at, and how are you going about doing it? You said you have set up a division, but could you give us some more details?
There are various ways of entering the international markets. Like if we look at the company which you have told, Sharda, they do their own registrations and make an entry. That is the best way of doing it actually. But at this stage, if I try to do that, then I'll have to invent the whole wheel actually, which is going to be very, very difficult for me and time taking. So what we are planning is for the advanced countries of, say, countries like Europe, like America, like South American countries. For these countries, we are looking at tie-ups We'll be tying up with certain companies who already have their registrations in these areas actually, and we will be making arrangements with them that we make the product as per their technology, which they can take to these countries actually. It will be easier. Of course, I'll not get the type of margins which I do my own registrations I'll get. I'll have to share the margins with them, but still it is going to be a great opportunity. Apart from that, there are certain countries like Middle Eastern countries, African countries, Australia, ASEAN countries. There are certain areas including CIS countries where we can register by ourselves, and we have had certain registrations also in the past, and we are going more aggressively in doing our registrations in these areas for the products we are going to make. So this is also going to bring in one opportunity. And there is yet another opportunity which we are looking through our Japanese partners actually, because if they try to push our products into the international market, that also brings in the opportunity. I see an opportunity in that direction also.
Right. You know, Sharda, just to take this an example, if I remember correctly, they said their margins are north of 50%. You know, very profitable. Europe, US, developed markets are the most profitable, according to them, and I think you would agree. So what you're saying is potentially, right? Again, to use that as an example.
No doubt about
potentially
that. Yes, that's true.
Yes. Potentially, then Sharda, which has got registrations, would be a company which could buy from you, right? I mean, you would take that route. I'm just thinking out aloud here, just for understanding. It doesn't have to be Sharda.
Definitely, why not? Like, yes. Sharda can be one company, and why Sharda alone actually? The multinational companies who already are selling into those areas, or other companies, maybe some Japanese companies, or maybe some companies of that area who take it from outside, they can source it through us actually. So we are going to the international markets, talking to people that we can supply, we have the strength, we can manufacture the right quality at the right time, and we have got established our facilities actually. So they are talking to us, and we will go forward and supply actually to various companies of various types.
Manufacturing facilities in the country, right? Three in Rajasthan, two in Jammu and Kashmir, and one in Gujarat.
Or to the Japanese companies.
I'm just asking, how would you rate yourself on competitiveness with, say, China?
It is a little difficult to comment, but I would say that from India a lot of export is happening, and we look at it as an opportunity. In certain products, we are beating China in the pricing, though some of the raw materials are coming from China, but quality-wise our product is much more superior, and in terms of pricing also, we are beating Chinese prices at certain places.
Right. What is your... so you're saying that 20% of revenues from exports in 3 years, right? And it's not that you're going to give up your focus domestically, where you have, I think, as I understand, about a 6 or 7% market share, right? You're going to expand the pie. That's the aim.
No, it will be all. Yes, at the moment it is roughly, you can say, 6% market share, and we are focusing. We are very aggressive on brands actually. I see my brand sales going up. At the same time, since we are making variety of active ingredients and we are adding more active ingredients in our range, so my institutional business is also going to show a good increase actually. And along with that, I see an opportunity, because in Dahej, in particular in Gujarat, we have taken a big piece of land. The total land we have bagged is roughly about 50 acres, which we have bagged in 4 trenches actually, and it has got a huge potential to take care of our expansions in next 8 to 10 years of time actually. And at the moment, I am just utilizing 33% of that land. My concern is that this year in 15, I will be utilizing 75% of this capacity. I want to utilize to 95-100% in 16. Once I am able to do that actually, then of course, along with that, a lot of opportunities of CRAMS and contract manufacturing are hitting us actually. We are looking at these opportunities, and of course, initially we will start by sharing some of our existing lines, and once I have the concrete contracts, then we'll go for expansion actually at Dahej.
Thanks very much, sir. It's a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Aggarwal. Good luck, and we hope to catch up with you again to get an update as to what that is doing, and of course other developments of the company in the sector as well. Thank you. That's Mr. Rajesh Aggarwal, Managing Director with Insecticides India from Delhi. I'm out of here. Thanks very much for staying with us, and watching our programming on, of course, primarily what's happened with the Reserve Bank of India cutting interest rates. We're going to slip into a quick break. On the other side, we're going to sort of be playing out all the reactions that we got, not just from the industry, some of the sectors most impacted by the rate cut, but also from bankers who in turn now, after the RBI has cut rates, have to cut rates so that the impact can be felt in the economy. What is the impact going to be for financial markets? That is also a focus. We spoke with Gautam Chachoria from UBS India. You'll hear that conversation. And of course, the focus on the fisc. The RBI seems the government to stay on that fiscal consolidation path. If that's not the case, how would international financial markets, rating agencies look at it? A view from Moody's as well. So all of that, stay right here. We're taking a break. We're back in 2, and that comes up.
Big Picture, presented by